This video is for adult collectors. Hi everyone, this is a video review of the Transformers Studio Series 86 Jazz. As you can see, this version of Jazz is in the older style of Studio Series packaging. There's a plastic tray inside. I got this a few years ago, back when Transformers packaging still used plastic. Unlike now, where the only plastic used is glue and tape. I already took the Jazz out. That's why there aren't any plastic ties around Jazz from the plastic tray. But since there's a plastic tray, I was able to put Jazz back in very easily. So I'm going to take a look at all sides of the box, as I usually do. You can see a nice picture of Jazz on the front, as well as a closer image of his face on the side. And then you see, actually, on the other side, actually a zoomed out version of the art on the front. Some words on the bottom. It just says Transformers the movie on the top. This is the cartoon movie, from the G1 cartoon, not the 2007 live action Michael Bay movie. And here we see pictures of Jazz in both modes on the back, as well as you can see a backdrop for Jazz. Picture of the backdrop in this section, which is included inside the box. So it's out and see how cool Jazz really is. So, like I said, you can just pop this out. Alright, so it is I mistransformed a bit, so you could fit in the box. I believe, try and get this stuff all situated in here. I believe this folds in. And right here. Now everything seems to be in order. Box. Try not to forget about the backdrop this time. So, just gonna try to center this in front of the wall right now. Yeah, seems to fit fine. Not sure if Jazz can go on there in car mode, which I'll get to later in this video. Right now I'm going to talk about the robot mode. This is basically the best Jazz figure we've gotten since the Reveal the Shield Jazz. I still like that one. I prefer the look with the wings on the back. Find that look much cooler. However, without the wings, design makes up for the lack of wings in other ways. The abdomen is no longer so skinny. The legs look more straight. So there's definitely improvements to the core body, even though it's missing the wings I like. And now, like I've said before, this is released a few years ago. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to reviewing it back then since I was taking a break from doing Transformers reviews. However, recently I did get a different version of this Jazz. This is Jazz from the Autobots United 5-pack in Legacy United. As you can see, this is a more cartoon accurate look on the right, which is kind of funny because this is the Legacy figure. This is the Studio Series figure that's supposed to look like Jazz from the movie. Seems it's the scene, if I recall correctly, he was last seen on the Autobot shuttle before the Decepticons broke in and killed all the Autobots inside. So, just remember, he also has a gun here. Not the biggest gun, but it's a decent size nonetheless, so I can put it on here. Right. So, right, time to compare these. Again, I've said that this is more cartoon accurate. For instance, this is gray, whereas this is silver. I don't think the movie bothered making these look silver. It's an aesthetic choice for these to be silver. So, the legs look nicer. The other colors seem to be the same. You got the blue here in the middle of the chest. I like how the blue is actually longer and goes closer toward the neck compared to the old Studio Series 86 one. And of course, just like the other Legacy reissues, from this 5-pack, the translucent windows are replaced with painted ones, so these are more durable. The paint is similar. You got the red stripe in the middle, and also you got this black here on top of the windshield. You also get this additional paint around the rims, which is really nice. For some reason, I have this positioned backwards. Let's see. Oh, right. It was actually packaged this way, I think. I'm going to test it. Out on here. Take a look. Yeah, this way was supposed to be correct. So let's get the get these down. Let's see, we're going to adjust this. Go pivot, give more space to go down. Right, very good. Also, the face is gray here. You'll notice it's silver here. Also, another criticism I've levied. It's probably because it's an older figure. The joints feel much looser on this one. On here, they feel noticeably tighter. But like I said, that could just be because it's a much older figure. I do prefer to keep these in vehicle mode. The silver and the the shiny paint. I don't, except that it doesn't show up on. Wouldn't show up. The silver, much of the silver paint wouldn't show up in vehicle mode. Nevertheless, the translucent windows make it a better fit to be kept in vehicle mode. I've said before that the Legacy United, well, these are kind of silver, but not as silvery as, no, it's the same silver. Yeah. I've said before that the Legacy United Autobots 5-pack, I prefer to keep them in robot mode, and their previous releases in vehicle mode because they have the translucent windows and looser joints. Speaking of which, let's test out how good these joints are. So elbow can go up, out, bend, and at the knee. So I think these knees are supposed to tab in. Okay, they definitely feel much tighter tabbed in, but not this knee. It's still pretty loose. Hip rotation, let's go up, forth, ankle, tilt downward, to the side. Yeah, so about as much articulation as you'd expect from a Studio Series figure. However, like I said, it's much looser than the Legacy one. I want the knees to stay tabbed in. Legs are looser, much tighter here. Tighter knees. And here is tighter. Up, down. All the joints feel tighter on the Legacy release, except this one. It seems to make the wheel seems to go in when I lift the arm up. Fortunately, nevertheless, I'm still gonna keep, this is the one I'm gonna keep in robot mode. So we're just try transforming Jazz right now. So then you get the head down. So like I said, this is an older figure. It's been a while since I've transformed it. I did take a refresher watching Prime versus Prime's video. He said this was, the complexity is more like a regular Generations figure than a Studio Series one. So, and I can see why. This seems like Hasbro's trying to push out more G1 figures with their Studio Series line, because if you remember how do I say it? Actually stuck on the here. Not sure what to do next. Actually, I remember what Prime versus Prime did. He twisted this whole part around, and then you gotta twist this back. I got the space for the arms to go in here. Of course, these arms are gonna tab in somewhere because you got tabs here. So I'm guessing they go into these slots here, and then gotta get the feet up. So these feet are already folded up, so it's not intentionally. Unfortunately, that's how loose they've become. Stick these together. Get this down. Make sure everything can tab together now. Here is Jazz in his vehicle mode. Now, before I forget, I usually forget off the time. I'm gonna as I've forgotten a bunch of times in the past. I'm gonna test out the backdrop for vehicle mode. Seems to fit fine. Well, that said, let's move on to where to put the gun. Oh, according to the back of the box, it should be here. It's supposed to be put upright, although there are pegs on the sides. A very nice car mode. Really like this shape of the spoiler here and the stripe over the top. It's got a number here. I like the silver paint here. Unfortunately, the Legacy United one doesn't have that same silver paint here, but I do like the longer stripe here in robot mode. So overall, very nice racing Porsche mode for Jazz. So now let's get him back into robot mode. So yeah, so transformation is a symbol for a Studios figure, but it's fun transformation. I like doing it. Definitely some nice nuances to it, like this rotating silver part in the abdomen. All right, so see how I can. This part is supposed to. Actually, I don't know what to do. Ooh, next, I think I have a feeling this in tabs, and so it does. And then I'm supposed to get this piece down, and yeah, it's now okay. Now I seem to get everything straightened out. Let's. I've got the order correct for the head. The paint rubbing off, so silver piece back around, this whole piece down. Wait, I think that's supposed to stay. Down. I think these tabs go into these slots here. These pieces down again. Fists out. And here is Jazz in his robot mode. So once again, it's the best Jazz since the Reveal the Shield one. It doesn't have the wings I like. Still, the main body is better. The abdomen is thicker. The legs are straighter on the front side. Transformation isn't quite up to Studio Series complexity, but it's fun. mode looks great as well. And again, this is the Jazz I'll be keeping in vehicle mode due to the silver paint and the translucent plastic. However, both this version and the figure that comes with the Legacy United Autobots 5-pack are both versions of this figure are good. My only gripe is the joints of this one is looser, but like I said, that could just be because this is a few years old and I've kept this in a room with no air conditioning in California, Los Angeles, where I live, and the Legacy United figure is newer, and I keep that figure in an air-conditioned room, to be honest. Nevertheless, this is a great Jazz figure. Please like this video, and if you do, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's it for my review. Bye.